Hi guys, and welcome to episode 20 of Notable Needlework. I'm Kate, Notable Needle, N-O-T-E-A-B-L-E, on Plurk, on Ravelry, and on Twitter. You can find the blog if you're watching this on YouTube at notableneedlework.blogspot.com. It's been an interesting week. Obviously not nearly as stressful as the previous weeks have been. Today is Monday the 25th. Yes, I did have to check what day it was. This is the last week of classes. After Wednesday, the only thing I have is an exam a week from today, which will be my final exam for microbiology, and then I will be done with it. And done with all of my lower division classes, ever. So very excited about that. So a lot of studying, a lot of, reviewing and all that fun stuff. Diseases of the respiratory tract and the gastrointestinal tract. Ooh. Not as easy. I say easy because I've covered the material in 9 million other classes. As far as the previous material that we've covered, the cell cycle and genetics and everything that I have covered ad nauseum before this. But definitely more useful as far as nursing is concerned. Because these are diseases that you are likely to see. As far as knitting, I will just take care of that. I bit my tongue last night, and it's right in a spot where whenever I talk or drink water, it hits my teeth, and it sort of hurts to talk, so this is going to be a short one. I've been working on my Camp Loopy socks. These are the Java socks, but instead of carrying the pattern down through the foot, I'm just doing a plain stockinette foot from here on out. I just finished the gusset decreases, which, as you can tell, I started doing the pattern, and I happened to go to knit night at my local yarn shop, and they had not the same sock pattern, but a similar sock that was just on display that had the cabled top and then a stockinette foot. And I like that a lot better than carrying the pattern all the way down. So, I have my little cables. Yay! So my goal is to entirely finish this sock by Friday. Obviously the first one's going to take longer than the second, and this one is going to take longer because I was going to do a super short sock, like I think thereabouts, and carry on the pattern throughout, but instead I'd actually started turning the heel, ripped back everything, and did another 2 inches or so of the body. So obviously the second sock is not going to take as long. But I'm hoping to have it done by Friday. I think it's reasonable, especially since I don't have clinical lab, i.e. where you're actually doing things in the lab, like experiments. I have my final exam for lab on Tuesday, i.e. tomorrow, and then I don't have lab at all on Thursday, so that's a nice big chunk of time that I'm not really doing anything else during. I'll be reviewing for my final exam for part of it, but it's not a cumulative exam. It's really just on diseases of the respiratory system and diseases of the gastrointestinal system, and it's not going to be nearly as involved as the nursing school courses covering those topics will be. So I should be able to finish this, especially if I'm going to knit night on Thursday, which I hopefully will. Usually I stop by there just because it's on my way home from school, but since I don't have lab, I actually have to go out of my way to go to it. But I probably will, because I finally have more wedding photos this week. So I know that people at Knit Night are going to want to see them. So this is out of Cascade Heritage Sock in the Como Blue colorway. It's a bit more green than it's showing up here, but it's a pretty blue, and these are probably going to be for me. And that is really all that's on the needles. I have been working on buttloads of thank you notes. I'm done with pretty much everyone's. I know that there's a couple things that are coming in the mail that people like my uncle have told me that, you know, something's coming in the mail. So I have, you know, envelopes ready to go. But I can't write the thank you note yet since I don't know what they sent. But I think that should be about it with the thank you notes, which is nice. It's a lot easier to be doing, you know, 1 or 2 at a time than doing like 70, which is what I wound up doing. But it's been that. We've been watching a lot of Star Trek. If you missed that part, one of our friends from college got us the entire DVD series of Star Trek The Next Generation, which is flippin' awesome. If you haven't watched it, you should. If you're not watching it, you should be. And they have it on Netflix Instant Watch, so you have no excuse. It's not like you have to go find all 17 DVDs at the library or whatever. But it's been a lot of watching Star Trek, which is engaging to the point where I'll think that I'm knitting, but it turns out I'm not. I'm just watching the TV. So I'm trying to get some knitting done while Will is at work and we're not watching that. I have also been working on planning the scrapbook. The professional photographs are in the mail. He actually dropped them off at my mom's house and she mailed them to us on Friday, so I'm hoping to get them soon. And then I'll have to pick pictures and have them printed. But I have been planning the scrapbook, and what I've been doing, I'm not getting any of the paper yet. I have a 20% off, including sale items, coupon for Joann's, and all of the scrapbooking stuff is on sale. So one of my friends and I are going to be having a field day at Joann's, probably on Thursday or Friday, getting the paper. Will and I went and sort of picked out, you know, which colors we think would look good with it and everything, because he knows what I'm doing as far as the layout and everything. Of course you can't read because of the glare, but I went through and I'm sort of making the scrapbook almost like a storybook, if you will. And so I put the words that I want to do on each of the pages, and I'll be picking photos that sort of go with them. So it's... and I'll be showing this when it's totally done, and probably when it's in progress. But it's, this is the story of a boy and a girl who fell in love. He asked her to be his wife. Their wedding was a fairy tale. They said their vows and promised to love, to honor, and to cherish one another. And so, with family and with friends, they began their adventure together. And they lived happily ever after. And I'm going to have corresponding photos on the different pages. So when it says, you know, the story of a boy and a girl, it'll be, you know, pictures of me when I was little, pictures of him when he was little, when we fell in love, pictures of us before the wedding and the engagement, you know, pictures of the engagement, pictures of the wedding, but before us. my father-in-law actually got a bunch of really good photos before all of the craziness of the wedding started happening, of the tables and all the decorations and the flowers and stuff. And I'm looking forward to that. And then, of course, there's 2 pages for family and 2 pages for friends. We have this awesome picture of both of our families, all of them, in one picture. I think some people's heads got cut off, but we know who's there. But it's you know, all of my family on one side, all of his family on another, and it's really cool. And that will definitely be the focal point on those pages. Other than that, I have no idea what I'm doing for scrapbooking. One of Will's good friends here is another materials student, but obviously she is a girl. So she's very much looking forward to helping me with this, because she couldn't be at the wedding. She was, not only would have been in Alabama, she was in Canada. So we sort of knew that she wasn't going to be able to come, especially on that short notice. So she's looking forward to seeing all the pictures, because she can see them on Facebook, but, you know, I get to say all of the stuff that I'm too lazy to put in captions for the photos. Like, oh, this was taken before Will remembered that he's not supposed to be wearing his ring to the ceremony. and little things like that. We also have another photo album that was given to us that we're putting all of our 9 million cards in. I have some of them. Some of them are still at home. But we got all of these fantastic cards, and so what we're going to do in the slots for the photos is just put the card, and so you can take it out and look and see, you know, what the card says and who signed it. The funniest thing about the cards, by far, is that my little brother and one of my mom's friends got us the exact same card. They obviously don't know each other. Well, they know each other, but you know, they weren't shopping together or comparing notes. But I just thought it was hilarious because we opened them one after another. So little things like that just make me happy. That is about it. Oh, not it. For those of you who wished me birthday wishes, thank you very much. It was last Thursday. So what does the woman who just got married get for birthday presents from her family? Well, it's not something that is an us gift. It is something that is a me gift. Yep. All of my nursing textbooks. These things are huge. With the exception of the physical examination handbook, which is supposed to be like kept in one of your pockets at all times. I don't remember, I think it's the medical surgical nursing that is the largest book I think I have ever owned. And I have a copy of the Complete Works of Shakespeare, so that's saying something. Yeah, this thing's huge. But I am very, very thankful to my family for getting those for me, because quite honestly, I have no idea how we would have afforded them. Nursing textbooks do not come cheap. I already knew that, you know, no textbooks come cheap, but those were especially pricey. So I'm very thankful to my mom and my brothers and my grandparents and everyone, who was so very thoughtful for that. Other than that, I've been medically cleared. I have all of my to-dos checked off for nursing school, so I am just waiting for August 15th, and then I get to start classes. Yay! Alright, so till next time, I hope you get time to knit and that your week is going as well as mine is. Bye!